Hey everyone, so I just want to give you some behind the scene how the regulation when it comes to a new data related to an ingredients and how the regulation body deal with this issue. It's not something related to the company being sneaky or wanting to hurt you. It's just about the science progress and finding a new data suggesting that this ingredients what we think it was safe, it's not safe anymore. So here is the full recap of the situation. I'm sure everyone is aware of the situation with OLAPLEX and the fertility issue. So a quick recap: OLAPLEX used lilac as a fragrance compound in 2 products. Lilac is already considered an issue before the current ban. It was on the 26th fragrance allergen list by the EU and was assessed by the Scientific Committee for Consumer Safety. This committee found the lilac being potential skin allergen in the reports of 2015. The newer 2019 report had some concern related to lilac, and the committee state as no specific exposure data were made available to the committee to assess exposure following these non-cosmetic uses. It was not possible to include them in the aggregated exposure scenario. Therefore, the actual total exposure of the consumer may be higher than exposure from cosmetic product alone. End of quote. And in the same report, the margin of safety, which is estimate how safe the ingredient is when used in a personal care product, it was calculated and it was less than 100, which is the limit for acceptance. What is changed in August 2020 is that further investigation found that lilac should be classified as a CMR, which means carcinogen, mutagenic, and reprotoxic compound. This kind of classification will make lilac illegal to be used in cosmetic. Some exception actually can be made by the scientific committee, but this committee failed to provide anything against this ban. So starting from March of this year, this ingredient is banned from cosmetic in the EU. The classification was made through CLP regulation, which means classification and labeling of packaging. This regulation has no power over cosmetic regulation, but due to the fact that lilac is being considered reprotoxic, this kind of ingredients are not allowed to be used in cosmetics. Lastly, I want to clarify a few things related to toxicological data. Toxicological data was always been extracted from animal study. I know we are not mice, rats, or dog, but this kind of data is what we use in toxicology to set data limit. We then extrapolate the animal data into a human level through equation and calculation. For example, we use the uncertainty factor to transform from animal data to human data, and then we use those factors again to transform the human in species variance, because not all humans deal with compound in the same way. Some are more vulnerable to this compound. Lastly, should we be concerned about this situation? My answer would be absolutely not. And remember, exposure to a toxin is not actually a death sentence.